Okay, I know what you're saying. I know what you're saying. Sorry if I just ear rape the mic, because I have it in headphones. You're thinking, how would this happen to Azuku? How would he get caught slipping with the spring locks? Well, here's the thing. Azuku, he was a very, very big FNAF fan, you know? So he decided to try and make his own. When he tried to make his own when he was at the age of, I'm gonna say 14, just after the school, just after ninth grade ended. Now Azuku had the parts to make a suit, so he decided to make his own spring trap, or I think it was called Fun Trap at the time. I forgot what it was called, but you know, he makes his own spring trap suit basically. Forgot that my window was open. It's cold as I don't know what out there. But yeah, Azuku basically he makes a suit. Now the thing that he um that he kind of noticed was the spring locks, they would close under the wind because he was about to get inside of them until they just all of a sudden clamped close. And Izuku pulls back his hand and he's like, "Whoa, that was close. If I wouldn't have pulled back my hand right there, I doubt it would still be inside of enough pieces to even do anything with, or even surgically put back together." So he noticed high air and breathing and moisture basically made the spring locks close, which Azuku fixed this problem. So after fixing this problem, and yes, he is a little bit smarter than William and Michael, or should I say Michael, since he's the one that made the animatronics. Now, he gets inside the animatronic suit, and he walks around the city, and everybody's just kind of freaked out because they see a 7 foot tall animatronic. Yes, the animatronics are 7 feet tall. Yeah, about all of them. They're either 6 feet or 7 feet. So 7 foot tall animatronic walking across town. Now, Azuku then sees Bakugo and then he says, "Hey, what's what's up, Bakugo?" And Bakugo basically says, "Who are you?" And Azuku says, "Kachan, it's me, Azuku." He's like, "That quirkless nerd." And then he then says, "Come on, let me show you somewhere special." Azuku, he walked with Bakugo. He looks around and he's like, "This looks a little bit familiar." And then all of a sudden he's thrown on the ground by Bakugo's two goons. He says, "This is the place where I always take you whenever I knock you out, just so there's no evidence that I did anything to you." Azuku then says, "Yeah, that's where this place is." Now, Bakugo beats the crap out of Azuku, hitting him with explosions upon explosions upon explosions. Now, all these explosions are making the spring locks get looser, more loose and more loose. So, Bakugo just basically gets filled with more anger as he thinks this quirkless nerd would really have the audacity to talk to a god. So, Bakugo then hits him with his strongest explosion, and that's the point where the spring locks just gave out. Next thing that Bakugo could hear was clamping everywhere around the suit, and Azuku's screams of agony and pain. Azuku screamed out, "Kachan, call a doctor! Call a doctor!" Now, Bakugo, he basically he basically just watches inside of horror as blood starts coming out of the animatronic suit. Bits of flesh and meat come out of the animatronic suit. Nah, cause this one isn't ripped. It's for right now inside of a supreme condition. So just blood coming from the feet, and Azuku on the ground screaming out in pain, moving inside of such ways that just look like he's inside of the most pain he's ever felt in his life. Bakugo then gets scared and then he says, "No," and then he runs away. Azuku then looks at Bakugo. He's like, "Gotcha," as he dies. Well, as people think he died. Well, as Bakugo think he died because other people didn't know. Now, I'm gonna say uh, about 10 months later. Yeah, this is what I'm doing. Azuku wakes up. He's like, "What? Where am I? Why am I in so much pain?" He then looks down and he's like, "Did I sleep inside of this suit?" He then sees that there's blood coming from his feet. Well, not much at this point since, he's kind of fucked. Now, he looks around and he's like, "What is this? My vision looks like it has pixels inside of it." And he then walks around as he feels an immense pain. As he then stops walking and then screams out inside of agonizing pain and falls onto the ground. He then he then looks at himself. He then says, "Okay, okay, I just gotta take off the suit. I just gotta take off the suit." Azuku thinks. Now he tries to take off the suit, but he's not coming out of the suit. He just starts scratching at the suit, seeing if he could scratch the suit apart. But then as he scratches and scratches and scratches, he looks down just to see a bloodied, mangled mess. He can see internal organs inside the suit. Most of his body's turned into meat at his feet. Oh, that was kind of bars, but let's not get into that. Now, he can see he can see his heart, he can see his lungs, he can see his pancreas, he can see everything except for the stuff behind him and his legs and arms. So Asuku then screams, and he's like, "No, there's no way, there's no way. I got stuck in the suit." And then Azuku then notices some stuff looks different. He then walks over instead of agonizing pain, blood coming from his feet. He then sees a newspaper saying Azuku Midoriya missing for 10 months. He's like, "What? There's no way a human couldn't survive without food or water for that long." And then he has a good concept. He then says, "Well, what if it's the suit that's preserving my life? What if these spring locks are the way to immortality? If I had enough humanity left, maybe I could have sold this and become a billionaire. No, the first trillionaire." He then looks down. He's like, "Why? I'm gonna kill you, Bakugo." As his eyes then glow red, he says, "I will kill you. I will rip you limb from limb." That's where I'm gonna leave it off, you guys. If you guys enjoyed, hit that little subscribe button and introduce this to your friends. This was kind of a thing that I just wanted to do. There was this one person with the spring trap avatar that was in my comments, and I was thinking of doing a FNAF what if, but I didn't know if you guys would like it. So if you like this what if, please tell me down in the comments and hit the like button. I'll see you guys later. I am Moondust What Ifs, and see ya. Bye. You know, Liza Koshy.